statute. You guys don't even know the statute. The person who came here yesterday had no idea what the statute was. She didn't even know the number, the statute number. No, most people
Here's
are
copies of the
intimidated.
summonses,
We're not here to
It's not
intimidate.
cooperation. It's
and the ex parte
intimidation.
orders. That's the court date is at 9:30, okay, tomorrow in Carthage. All right.
There's one for each child.
Yeah, I give one for each child. And go through the summonses, the ex partes, and the petitions in there. So it's,
You need to see all the children.
Right, so now you're just checking to see whatever, and then we're going to this hearing in the morning.
that's right. I'll
Right.
talk to you about everything they need to do here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just talked to Bunny before I came down here, Ms. Dick. I mean, she said if you want to cooperate with the assessment, which, like I said, can take up 45 days, we can dismiss the thing tomorrow. But if you don't, that's what the hearing's for. You know, to go show up for that and say, look, I don't want to cooperate because of A, B, C. You know, and you can dispute that with the judge.
Right.
Miss Vick, is that Mr. Vick out there too? Does he live here with you too?
Yeah.
That is Mr. Vick? Okay.
But, you know, part of it is getting all the information for everybody that lives here. And
Elijah Vick, correct? Is that how you say it, Elijah?
All right, so you guys are supposed to be checking to see that we have heat and electricity, right?
then get some information if you can. That's part of it.
That's not what I read.
We need to check safety. We need to talk to the kids. That's our policy.
That's not in the ex parte as far as talking to the kids. That's supposed to be
It's to cooperate with the
Later.
assessment.
And the part of that is to cooperate with us, is that we need to see each child, we need to talk to each child. We do need to check for heat, we need to check for food, and make sure the home is safe.
I'm not being uncooperative, you're lying. And you guys have been lying the entire time just because I'm saying we're talking about rights. You want me to take your word. And you guys been lying the whole time. I'm not going to take your word. We're going to double check what the statute says, and you're going to follow the statute.
Ma'am, you're gonna follow you can record us, but we're gonna follow we know what our law and our statute is, and you got the paper, and if you don't cooperate, you just
want to let them
I was saying they're going to have to do what they got to do either way. So if you're cooperating with them, then this thing will move along a lot faster.
I hear
you're making it
what
harder
you're
than you
saying,
need to.
but what I'm saying is director shall so allege and the petitioner may seek an ex parte order from the court. If the court, from the verified petition and inquiry, the court makes of the director finds probable cause to believe both that the juvenile is at risk of immediate harm and that the respondent is obstructing or interfering with the director's ability to assess the juvenile's condition, the court may enter an ex parte order directing the respondent to cease the obstruction or interference. The order shall be limited to provisions necessary to enable the director to conduct an assessment to determine whether the juvenile is in need of immediate protection or assistance. Within 10 days after the entry of an ex parte order under this subsection, a hearing shall be held to determine whether there is good cause for the continuation of the order or the entry of a different order. Okay, so this is what we're going off of, correct?
We're going off on this paper as part of our statute. You got court tomorrow. We have an assessment. We have to do our assessment. You're making this harder than it needs to be. Somebody made a report. Your
The order shall be limited to provisions necessary
Okay.
to enable the director to conduct an assessment sufficient to determine whether the juvenile is in need of immediate protection or assistance. So that's what we're looking at. Are the juveniles in need of immediate protection or assistance? And that's it. And then we go to the hearing. This is what.
So part of cooperation with us, we don't know if the children are going to be safe right now because you're not letting us talk to them, or we need to go do our assessment. If you don't do or let us cooperate or work with us and do our assessment, now we can step it up when we're not tonight. So you need to let us know if you're going to let us talk to the children, come into the home, let us do our assessment. Hey, I'm waving at it. So we just need to do our
What is
assessment.
stepping it up one more notch?
Well, we can take custody of your children if that's not what we want to do, but if you don't work with us, that can be the next step.
I don't see anything in there about me not working with you, taking custody of my children. You take custody of my children if you see that it's not a fit
But
environment
you're
for
not
them to
working
be
with
in.
us. You
Can we
need
do
to-
the first step and
Can we
try
do
to
the first step and do what we need to
That
do?
doesn't nothing to do with what she's talking
go from
about.
there? Well, let's just do the first step and
And what's your name?
we'll go from there.
Tracy.
Tracy what?
And this is David.
Are we doing the first step?
No, I'm gonna get her name first and
So we're not doing the
information.
first step?
Tracy what?
I'm not going to give you my last name,
What?
but it's Tracy.
You gotta be kidding me.
Moore County Department of Social Services.
Not going to give me last name. And what's your employee ID number?
We don't have employee ID numbers.
You realize you're a public servant.
Do you realize well, that don't mean I have
And what's
an
your
ID.
name, David?
David Grant, Grant.
Thank
I
you.
don't give my-
I think you're obligated to. David Grant. And what's your title?
Social worker IAT or IAT. Same thing, his same thing as mine.
IET.
IAT. IAT.
IAT. That's an abbreviation or acronym. What is that?
Investigation, assessment, and treatment.
And who's your supervisor?
Sherrill.
SHE.
CHARELA. Might be spelled it wrong. So the supervisor we're working for, she said if you want to read the policy, you need to read 7B, 302, and 303.
I've read it.
302, 303.
I've read
At
them.
the end of it.
Yep. I've read them. Sherelle, what's the last name?
Treadgill,
And do you have her phone number?
947-7430.
947-7430. And who's your supervisor, David?
You can put Bunny Pritchard down. She's over all those.
They just call Bunny on all of us.
Bonnie, how I just got off the phone with Bonnie about Bunny about.
She's over all those. So
15,
She's all
20
over all
minutes
of
ago.
us.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's already
But like I said, the first step, all we have to do is just go in, see it, where you live.
See inside the house, make sure you got food. There's paperwork we need to do with you.
Just see if there's any, safety concerns. That's all.
Right. Yeah, I'm not signing anything. So.
You can call them after the